how to do digital marketing the right way, all that good stuff. And I want to say that is so good to have one of my students being able to take over. So it's like a month ago, about a month ago, 4 weeks ago, we had the student come on board on a webinar like this one and actually present. And we are looking forward to work together next year in 2026 in different departments of digital marketing. And I'm so much happy because he was like, you know what? I am ready to kick off. I'm ready to introduce digital marketing to somebody else. And more importantly, what is my view? If I'm someone who is a few months, maybe 3 months in digital marketing, compared to some Gesheya who is 17 months in digital marketing, we are totally like, my point of view may be totally different from somebody who is starting right now. Things have changed. Social media accounts have matured, a lot has changed. I want to be honest. Like, a lot has changed in terms of how to acquire clients. There is AI now. There was no AI when I was starting, and therefore hearing this from this wonderful gentleman would change everything for me. So without so much further ado or taking any extra time tonight, guys, you're not going to be hearing from me. I'm only introducing this, but then I'm giving the whole stage, the whole floor, everything. You'll be able to get the entire process that allowed this gentleman to be the one who is going to be taking us through digital marketing. And I normally say, taking us to the promised land of success, of prosperity, of time freedom, geographical freedom. It is possible. And you're going to hear this from another person. So tell me in the comments, those of us who are ready. If you are ready to hear this, type ready in the comments. Type ready in the comments. Let me see those of us who are ready to hear this. I want to know, like, how many of us are ready for this? Type ready in the comments. Let's go to the comments and type ready. Let's go. Type ready in the comments down below here. Let me see those of us who are ready. Ready. I love it. You can see the comments. They are flooded with a lot of comments. Oh my goodness. I am super excited to see a lot of people who are ready for this. Right? This is absolutely awesome. I'm very excited to be able to bring this on board. So, how are you, sir? Good evening. Can you hear me? Let us do sound check. Can you hear me loud now? Right now?
Absolutely. Confirm
You
whether
can
you can hear
unmute.
me
You
as
can turn
well.
on your video. There you go. The stage will be yours in just a minute. How are you?
I'm well, sir. Good evening.
Oh, there we go. Good evening. Maybe I want to leave the stage for you, man. I want to give it to you. Yeah, there you go. It's all yours. Take it
Thank
over.
you.
I'll be right here listening and learning from you as well. Let's go. Karibu
Yes.
sana.
Yes. I'm also awaiting for. I can see awaiting for approval to share screen.
Okay, let me see how I do that.
Yes. Yeah. Just look into
Is there
that.
a way I? Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, there you go. Allow screen sharing. All right. Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes. It is. It is now okay. All right. So good evening, everyone. My name is Cyprian Mabindu, and today I feel honored to have been granted this opportunity to take you through our today's content. And the beauty of this is any of us should be in a position to be able to run such a presentation, simply because um, you ought to look forward at some point to be able to grow wings and fly. Sam began from somewhere, he has grown. Now, today, he has a platform that he can give some of us an opportunity. But how about in future? You get to grow to develop to reach a point where you also grow your own wings and you can have your own platform also to give others an opportunity. So truly speaking, I feel honored having been given this opportunity uh, to to go through or to take you through our today's webinar. What I would ask of us is, let's engage as much as possible. Let's engage as much as possible. None of us is a monopoly of knowledge. That is the bare truth. None of us is a monopoly of knowledge. None of us is a monopoly of experience. You've had your experience, I've had my experience. And when we get to share our respective experiences and bodies of knowledge, then we grow. The reality is each of us has something to learn from the other. That is the thing. So each of us has something to learn from the other. So I want to go straight and share my screen now. Yeah, there it is. So my presentation is in PowerPoint. My presentation is PowerPoint. Now, I want somebody confirm. You can unmute and confirm whether you are seeing what you are seeing on the screen. Because now I cannot see the comments. Just someone can unmute and confirm what you are seeing on the screen. Okay, Sam, what are you seeing on the screen on your end?
I can see introduction to digital marketing.
Perfect. Thank you. At least, yes. So now we can go to, we can flow together. So just something small about myself. That's me. And who am I? I'm a parent, and I am a teacher in by profession. I am a teacher by profession, and now transitioning into the digital space. So, why did I get into digital marketing? What is my motivation? What is my drive into digital marketing? Number one is I'm seeking for location freedom. Location freedom meaning that I can be able to work from whichever place I am. Sam has just mentioned that he had been on a working vacation. But guess what? He was on holiday, he enjoyed his holiday, and yet he was able to reach out to his prospects. And there's nothing as good as that. Number two, I need to have more family time. Very many people are struggling with work life balance, and that becomes very tight. But if you can be able to work on your own terms, choose when to work, for how long you can be able to work, and how the rest of your day is going to be spent, then there's nothing as rewarding as that. There's nothing as good as that. And of course, I want to create a business that I'm going to own. Here I know we are going to talk about a digital product, but that is on a very lesser scale. I want to have a business that I can own. In other words, run this platform as a business owner, not as a marketer, but run this as a business owner. So I would want to make a disclaimer as we go into this. That number one, this is an educational training session. This is an educational training session. And when I say educational training session is that it is important that we get to share what we know. We get to share what we know. That is why I began by saying that none of us is a monopoly of knowledge. Secondly, this is not a get rich quick promise. This is not a get rich quick promise. Now, look at the two last points. Getting results is our individual responsibility. Why? Because I have to put in the effort, I have to put in the time, I have to show the dedication, I have to also be adaptive. But the good news that I'm bringing to you is that you are not alone. You are not alone. That is why Sam is welcoming us into his community space. And that is why I've also requested that we get to engage. Yes, let's get to share our experiences, our concerns, our fears, our everything. By the end of the day, you come out much better. You come out more sharpened. And most importantly, you form a very realistic opinion of what you are getting into. So, as I've said, this is not a quick fix it or get rich quick promise, but there is every promise. Now, let me tell you one thing, friends, that the results are guaranteed. The results are guaranteed when you are guaranteed to follow the formula that our platform provides. The results are guaranteed when you follow the formula as per the program, and we shall be able to see that. All right, so what is it this that we are calling digital marketing? Being able to find and connect with customers online. That is the first point. That is the first thing. Being able to find and connect with customers online. And the beauty of it is that your business is open 24/7 to a global audience. Come to think of that. I was just looking at some statistics a few days ago, and I was asking how many people, what's the population in Africa that are on the internet? And these are people either who have a smartphone, they have a laptop, a tablet, but a device that is connected to the internet. And I was seeing 650 million. That was as at 2024. Now we are on the verge of the final quarter of the year 2025. So that figure, I'm sure, has grown significantly. Now, how does digital marketing work? Promote and sell a digital product. Now, when you're talking about digital product, this is a product that is intangible, something that is intangible. Like we are given the example of like an online course, an ebook. Typically, the program that we're going to discuss is an online course. That is a digital product. An ebook, an electronic book that someone writes and would post to a website where others can be able to access either for free or paid for. That is an ebook. It is a digital product. So it is a virtual product, an intangible product. Secondly, you can also participate in digital marketing by way of promoting and selling services. Now, when you talk of promote, whether the digital product or a service or the physical product, you could promote a product that is a product or a service that is either yours or that is owned by another person or another entity. You promote and you make a commission out of it. Then the second part, you can see sell services like online coaching, online consultancy. And the reality is this: the world today is in acute shortage of qualified consultants, of qualified coaches in whichever domain, And therefore, one of such ways to make yourself available to a global audience, whether as a coach or as a consultant, is to sell your services online. Then finally is to promote and sell physical products to a global audience. Let's now, for those who are in Kenya, or even basically within the African continent, Jumia is doing very well. Kilimall is doing very well. What do? They sell physical products. They also have programs that allow others or allow individuals to promote those products on those websites. That is also digital marketing. The bottom line is this: whether we are talking of a digital product, we are talking of a service, we are talking of a physical product, the bottom line is you earn out of it. If there's anything that I want you to take with you tonight, is that final part, being able to earn. Yes, you get compensated for either the promotion or the actual sale of that product or a service. Now, let's get to ask ourselves now, why does digital marketing matter at this point in time? Why does digital marketing matter at this point in time? And the first thing is, everyone is online daily. How much time do you spend on the online space? Maybe on TikTok, and TikTok nowadays has become very, very addictive. How much time do we spend maybe on Facebook? You know where you go. But for as long as we have that gadget that has access to the internet, somehow, somewhat, we find our way into the online space. And what I was talking about is here, 650 million of people are online daily in Africa. Friends, even if you had a 0.1% or 0.00 whatever percent of that audience as your market, you are an instant millionaire. That is the bare truth. The next reason why digital marketing matters is attention is the new currency. Everyone wants to be seen. Everyone wants their, if you are a content creator, you have an account on TikTok, for example, and you've been creating videos or you've been creating content, we all wish our content to go viral. We all want our content to be seen. If you look at Google, for example, when you go and search for something, we would all want our content or our visibility to appear on the first page. Maybe even out of the search results, like the first, maybe the top 4, top 5, because whatever gets visibility is what gets traction, is where people get to go, is what people are interested in. We don't like struggling. We don't like struggling. If the content is readily available to me, is readily available to us, then that gives us visibility. That gives the owner of that content visibility. And the more visible you are, the more business is on your way. The more control you can, or the much you can be able to dictate and say, this is what I want. For example, if people want to advertise on your website, want to be able to advertise on your platform, for as long as you have attention, then you are the king. And then you want to be able to work from anywhere, whether you're working from home. Now, Sam got has started while he was in the car, being able to work from anywhere. Now, this is the month of Christmas. A number of us perhaps will be traveling. I would want to be able to work from whichever place that I will be, whether I decide to go to the village, maybe I decide to go for holiday, or I just decide to take a road trip. Can I be able to work from where I am on my own terms, at my own convenience? There's nothing that gets better than that, rather than the what we have been accustomed to, working from a fixed position. And then we want to be able to scale our business. We want to be able to grow our business. And when we're talking of growing our business, we are talking of being able to grow our income. There is no growth when there is no business growth when our money is not multiplying. Our money has to multiply. And that, by being able to multiply our revenue, then we can be able to expand our business. The beauty of the online space is that the cost of scalability compared to the physical business or compared to the physical space, it's just a fraction. It's bare minimal, and you can be able to scale significantly and reach out to even a much wider audience. So, friends, in a nutshell, and you're not limited to these 4 points, why digital marketing matters today. We've said that number one, everyone is online daily. Many people are online daily. We want visibility. We've said that attention is the new currency. We want visibility. It's just like when you go and place your products out in the street, you'd want a position where there is traffic. That is attention. Then being able to work from any location, being able to work from anywhere. And then I talked of being able to scale our business model. Can I be able to grow my business even when I have little to no capital? How far or by how much can I be able to push my business? Now, let's come to ourselves and ask, why do people join digital marketing? Or let's just flip the question and ask ourselves, why do I join? Why would I join? Why would I advise someone else to join digital marketing? Yes, why would we join digital marketing? And the first thing is to meet our family needs. You have your personal needs, you have needs of your dependents, For those of us who have families, yes, our spouses and our children depend on us. We have parents and siblings who perhaps also depend on us, typically to meet our business needs. To be able to drive these, you require resources, you need money. And therefore, the digital marketing space offers a very fertile avenue for us to be able to generate that income. Perhaps you could be in debt. You'd wish to pay off your debts and be debt free. Wish to pay off your debts and be debt free. And there's nothing in a financial space that is as liberating as being debt free. And then, of course, to build a long-term asset. Now, we are not even just talking about money, because assets come from money. Assets come from money. So you use this platform to generate income that you go ahead and acquire assets, whether physical or digital assets, that can feed you into the long term. Let me give you an example. And I want to use digital marketing. For example, you may create a platform where you allow others to advertise. And for as long as that platform is alive, you will always be making money. You'll always be making money. So you have only created a platform. You have only provided a space for others to be able to meet and do business. That is a long-term asset. In the physical world, maybe you may put up some business. Again, that is an asset. Or maybe put up a building. That is an asset. But the message that I want us to take with us is that digital marketing is allowing us to be able to create and own assets that will pay us into the long term. And of course, there's need for supplemental income, what we normally say extra income. For those who are employed, we know that a single income source is not enough. And even for those who are in business, there are times when the seasons are low. But what if you had something by the side that could be able to cover up for such gaps? That is what we are calling supplemental income. Now, before we go further, because we are, as I did mention, what we have as our subject of discussion is a digital course. And we need to be very realistic. We need to have the right opinion. We need to be in the right state of mind. Now, for whom is this program meant for? So that as you get into it, as you commit into it, you know, oh yes, this is where I belong. Number one, if you need some extra income, but you don't know where to start, there's something that Sam mentioned in his introductory remarks, that people actually want to make money online, but ask them how and where, they have no clue. And that is where you and I come in. Yeah, God has given us this opportunity, number one, to be able to interact, and most importantly, to be able to share our knowledge, to be able to share our experiences. So if you're looking for some extra income, you need more money, but you don't know where to start, this is a fertile ground to get you off the ground. Number two, retirement or near retirement. I'm telling you, friends, people dread this. People dread this to death. Think, you have spent so many years working. You have been accustomed to a certain pattern of life, to a certain level of income, to a certain expenditure pattern. Now, that pattern, that level of income, your lifestyle is now being disrupted, and being disrupted for good through retirement. Through retirement. Today, ask people who are serving either in companies or civil servants, if they would agree or if they would sign up, maybe to have 5 additional years or some additional time to continue being in service. And I'll tell you, they'll come running. They will come running. But the sad part is, you drain your energy. But what if you can be able to transition as you retire, as you prepare for your retirement? You can actually have a smooth transition from one level of income to another. And guess what? The beauty of it is that you do not have to put in as much energy as you perhaps do or did while you are in formal employment. Because the product that we are going to talk about, being able to work for 2 hours in a day is adequate to see you into this business, to see you through. It is by personal commitment or choice that perhaps you may decide, okay, fine, I can commit 3 hours, I can commit this much time, but 2 hours a day is sufficient to get you into this business without much trouble. And then there's the busy parent who is looking for flexibility, family friendly business. Yes, the busy parent, and not just a parent, but a parent who cares. Now, I talked of family, being able to strike a family versus work balance, where I can spend much time or sufficient time with my family. I'm also able to provide and provide well for that family. Friends, there is nothing as rewarding as that. And under the face of the sun, there isn't such a powerful institution, such a fruitful institution as the family. So, being a busy parent, you have your dependents, you have your spouse, your children, you also perhaps have other relatives who are dependent on you. But you may want to have flexibility. Now, it's very sad today that we come across parents who have spent so much time building their careers, very successful in their careers, and when they retire, they're very lonely. Why? Because there was no connection between that person and the family members. And that person retires into a miserable life. You can be able to achieve that balance. You can be able to achieve that flexibility through joining the digital marketing platform. Yes, our business model presents us with a lifetime opportunity or opens opportunities to other doors. You'd hear people saying, I've tried something like this in the past, it has not worked. But if you have tried, but you find yourself struggling to see results, I'll tell you this platform is for you. And I'll tell you why. You've heard the intent is there to succeed. The intent is there to succeed. Perhaps you didn't have the right program. Perhaps you didn't have the right strategy. Perhaps you are never patient enough to wait to see the results. The reason why I'm saying this, once you join this program, you have access to a digital community where you meet others who are new, others who are gurus. Basically, there is a blend, there's a mix of everyone on that platform. And therefore, you will not struggle much. Why? Because there is mentorship. There is mentorship. All that you need, number one, is to be committed. And number two, to maintain consistency. Committed and maintain consistency. There's only one thing that I know never fails on the face of the earth, and that is consistency. Consistency never fails. That is why you normally hear, don't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. It means that consistently you have been doing something, yet you are looking for a different outcome. So if you have tried other programs, you have tried other digital products and it has not failed, or rather, and it has failed, your zeal is still there, your intent is still there, this is the best place for you to be. If you are an absolute beginner, you start from zero and you're ready to build it off the ground. Now, I want to give you my personal experience as far as the program that we are talking about is concerned. How do I go through this content? First of all, the content is organized in videos. So I'll take a video and I watch from end to end without doing anything. I'll concentrate, watch that video from end to end without doing anything. Then I'll come a second time. That very day, immediately the video has ended, I replay it again. And if there's anything that needs to be done, I take action. If it is content creation and they're talking of how to create certain type of content, I take action. My first video that went up on my TikTok account, I just post a video and I did my first video. It didn't look good. It didn't look good. So at some point, yes, when now my other videos began growing, I did not delete it. I only made it visible to myself. Why? I want this to be a constant reminder of where I have come from. I want this to be a constant reminder of where I began so that I can use that as a point of reference. Yes. I want to use that to bless others. I want to use that to bless somebody who says, this thing is not for me. I don't feel that I can do it. I would want to show you that video and perhaps what I have created subsequently. And you can be able to see the difference. So the program creates a soft landing ground for absolute beginners. The one challenge that I have seen with beginners is that they want to compare themselves with seasoned content creators. It will not work. It can't work. The only thing is you can look upon them, use them as your mentors, and then run your own race. Before long, before you realize, you will be hitting that level. So those are the 5 key points. But also I want us to look at for whom this program is not meant for. So this program is not for you if you are impatient. Someone who is not patient to see the results. Remember, when we were getting started, I made a disclaimer and I said, this is not a get rich quick program. It is not a quick fix. Let me tell you, when we go and plant, we don't come the following day coming to harvest. No, we have to let the plant go full cycle. We have to let the plant go full cycle, and then we shall have the harvest season. When you join a school or you register for a course, you know how long that program is going to run. And therefore, you are patient to go through the entire course. Why can't you still practice the same on the digital space? The truth is this: by the time somebody wakes up and says, hey, I've made this much, they have put in what it requires. Number 2, if someone is not willing to invest, and I repeat, unwilling to invest, sometimes I get questions, and someone would ask me, would tell me, I don't have money, but I want to go into this. And I ask, if you're not ready to invest, who else is going to give you money to make you a millionaire? Very few businesses you would start with zero capital and grow. It will take you a long time. You'll actually toil. It will take you a long time to grow. So in this case, we say this is a digital course that which allows you to learn and earn at the same time. You learn, you earn, you learn again, you earn more, you learn more, you earn more. So you must be willing to invest into the program. The third category is people who depend on others for them to do everything for them. Yes. Simply because I know someone, I know Sam as my coach, I don't want to put in whatever it takes. Anything small, I'm running to him. Anything small, I'm running to him. I must have the capacity to grow. I must have the stamina at some point to be able to move, to propel myself, to move to the next level. So, yes, I can be dependent but for just a short while. And even as that happens, I must be able to show that I'm putting in the work. That I am putting in the work. That, I should not be stuck at point A or be assisted at point A. And next time I'm seeking for help, I am still at point A. Perhaps if I would be at point C, D, moving, I'm making progress. So, we must make a conscious decision not to fully be dependent on others. I am not saying that dependence is bad. No, you need to be nurtured as you grow, but you must be making the effort. There are people also who are not coachable. And the easiest way to know a person who is not coachable is people who they don't listen. You tell them this, they're telling you the other. You're telling them do this, they do what is convenient with them. Not even what their heart tells them, what is convenient with them. Or they are not ready to change their mindset. Actually, the biggest problem is their mindset. You have to be coachable. You have to be trainable. You must be ready to listen. You must be ready to be corrected without taking offense. That is what being coachable is all about. No content creation. Yes, people don't want to create content. I want my business to grow, but I don't want to give the business what is required for people to find me. Oh, yes. Sometime recently, I got a message on my WhatsApp, and this is a true story. I got a message on my WhatsApp of somebody who was seeking for assistance on content creation, or basically just on the business. And then we talked about content creation. So at some point, I switched the call to a video call on WhatsApp. But the person on the other end did not want to show the face. And I asked, if you cannot show your face and it's only just the two of us, and even seeking help from me, then how will your content be? The reality is, there are people who are camera shy. There are people by the virtue of their job creation. I mean, the nature of the job that they do, they cannot be able to show their faces. But if there's nothing that hinders you from showing your face, show your face. Why? Because that is how you create connectivity. That's how you create connection. Tell me, I challenge any of you to tell me, show me or talk of a person that would say, this is my best friend or a very good friend of mine, and you've never seen the face of that person, either on a photo, video, or you've never met physically. You only text each other, and you even don't know how that other person looks like. It cannot work. So you must be ready to create content. And when it comes to content, you must also be ready to learn what kind of content to create, what kind of content is going to attract your desired audience. Because sometimes you create content, it goes out, it may even go viral. but it is going to the wrong audience. So once you join this program, you actually get to learn the strategies that will help you create content that your audience or your target audience can resonate with. And I kid you not, the platform that you're using, for example, TikTok, will be able to push that content to that particular audience. And then you start seeing your channel growing, you start seeing yourself getting traction, and of course, conversions. And finally, if somebody is not making effort, any effort, do you have a TikTok account? No. Do you have a TikTok account? Yes. How many videos have you posted? None. I am not making the effort. Sometimes we even have that account. We are generating content. People are engaging with our content. The likes, the comments, they're asking questions. I'm not making the effort to respond to those questions. There has to be deliberate effort to push the business forward. Okay, so thank you. So far, we've just been laying the foundation. Now, let's come to our e-course. Let's come to our product. And that product is called the Digital Growth Community. I like that word, community. And you can see the description here. An online business system that provides free marketing tools, video training, live mentoring to help you build a profitable digital business from home. Now, I just want to leave some words here. One is on the last sentence, profitable digital business. Profitable. That beats everything else. We are here not only to acquire the skills, but to translate those skills, to assimilate those skills into money, into a profit. And what is happening here? So what makes that possible? You can see free marketing tools. As you go into the program, you'll be able to see certain courses or certain tools that would actually have to pay for. They are worth a lot of money that you are paying monthly subscription for. Yet, once you're in the program, that tool is made available to you for free. Video training. The course is organized in form of videos. And then live mentoring and support. And that is what you get when you join the community. You meet others who have joined the same day as you, those who joined yesterday, those who have been there for a while. There is all the blend. And I tell you, on that platform, you actually accelerate your growth for as long as you show commitment. And then you are learning a business model that is focused on a high ticket, high commission sales. High ticket. Now, when you talk of high ticket, if maybe you are doing a business that is going to give you $0.50 as profit or even $1 as profit, how many units will you need to sell to make $1,000, to make $1,000 as profit? If it's $1 per unit, it means that you need to sell 1,000 units to make $1,000. I mean, a profit of $1,000. Here, it's a high ticket. You can see high commission sales. Now, here we are not even just talking of a high commission. The real deal is 100% profit. So if you sell $100 worth of product, the $100 is purely your money. You get the highest ticket, $900. You make a $900 sale, you have $900 straight into your pocket. So even as you get to learn the business, you put in the energy, you put in the resources required, you are destined for success. We are looking at high ticket, 100% return. So how does it go? You just need to learn the skill. apply the system, and you generate revenue. That is always I said, you learn, you earn, you learn, you earn more, you learn more, you earn more. This is not like the typical school that we went to, where we first go through the learning cycle, and after that, we are not even sure we have to go out and look for a job. And even some of the content that we learned in school, you have nowhere in life to ever get to apply the same. This is very, very practical content. That is why we are not talking of learning the content. No, we are learning a skill. And that skill is digital marketing. You are learning a skill from a system. You apply that skill and you get to generate revenue. Now, what does the digital growth community give us therefore? Number one, step-by-step beginner-friendly online business system. As I said, this content is structured into videos, short videos that you learn through and you generate revenue. Number two, marketing tools to help you start without upfront cost. Yes, free marketing tools to help you start without upfront cost. Therefore, it simply implies what? That you only need your seed capital, your investment into the program. And once that has once that has been achieved, then now you can get started. Make that deliberate effort to learn. It is a course, friends. It is a course. Learn, apply. Learn, apply. And the tools are there. So once you've had the initial investment, you don't need to put in any additional cost into the same. I cannot say enough of this. Life mentoring and community support. You get to find others who have been in this program, who have been able to scale, make 6-7 figure. And when I'm talking of 6-7 figure, we are talking of dollars. So that is quite a huge amount. These are the free resources that you must take advantage of. And then powerful up-to-date video training. Yes. Now we are in the era of AI. AI content is being taught into in that program. How you can be able to use AI to leverage on our business. And the reality is this: AI is here to stay. And anyone who is not leveraging on the capabilities of AI, then you'll not be in business for long. You'll not be relevant for long. This program is giving us those tools, is giving us those skills. And the one mode of learning that I never like is one where I have to figure out what may be relevant and what may not be relevant. What we have in this program is very well structured, such that to be able to get to achieve, the means to a specific end, then there's a specific strategy, there's a specific approach that comes with it. And then being able to master high ticket sales. I've just talked about high ticket sales, high commissions, and let's not even call it high commissions. It is 100% commission. So if I could master, you could master, we could get to master how to make high ticket sales and keeping 100% of the profit all the time. Come on, this is the place to be. And then marketing strategies to build a scalable business. So when you're talking of scalability, it's about growth. So how do we grow? We must learn marketing strategies. We must learn marketing strategies. I always ask myself, what is it that I'm doing right? What is it that I could not be doing right? What is it that I am not doing right? And whatever is not right, what can I do about it? Those are the marketing strategies that you get to learn when you join the digital growth community. So in a nutshell, those are the 6 points. All right. Why is this a good deal? One, this product, now the LBD stands for Legacy Builder Program, is just one of the components of the digital growth community. This is a product on high demand. A product on high demand. When you talk of a product that is on high demand, it's a product that people are ready and willing to invest into. And whenever you experience a product that is on high demand, you will not struggle to sell that product. Maybe once in a while, we come across situations where we experience shortage of certain domestic commodities like sugar, wheat flour, maize flour. The supermarkets never struggle to tell their customers that we have restocked. No, they simply just restock. And within no time, the shelves are empty again. Why? Because those are products on high demand. So this is a product that is on high demand. And when you find a product that is on high demand, I'll tell you that even your marketing curve will not be as steep. Why? Because once people get the idea, they will invest into it. And of course, it has high conversion rates. If it's something that is on high demand, then people are willing to put in their resources. They are willing to buy into that program. So it has good conversion rate. And of course, it's a high value, easy to promote offer. Easy to promote. If it's something that is on high demand, if it's something that has good transition rate, then you don't have to make much noise to be able to promote that product and make a sale out of it. Now, let's just go a little bit into the background. Where did this program come from? Who owns this program? There's a lady, she's a mother and also a grandmother by the name Michelle O'Neill. If you go to TikTok, you'll be able to find her. She comes on live almost every day. But a successful digital entrepreneur. And she started later in life, actually, when she retired from former employment, is when she put up, basically during the COVID time, that is when Michelle put up this particular course. And our way of delivery, our way of teaching is very warm. Warm in the sense that we can easily connect to it. We can relate to it. And it's built with the absolute beginner, the absolute non-technical person in mind. Because perhaps one of the things that we may be asking ourselves, that we may be dealing with when handling a prospect, when somebody tells you, I'm not IT compliant, it is not made for the tech people. So, what do you get to learn when you join this program? What do you get to learn when you join this program? Now, without mentioning specific this and that, I want to give you the bigger picture. Yes, what your learning outcome would be. You'll be able to learn how to build and manage your online business. Yes. How can I start an online business from the scratch and then be able to scale it? Many people start businesses, but they fail. They did not fail because the business was bad, but because they did not have management skills. They did not see the warnings early. They did not take action when it was necessary to do so. You'll also get to learn how to promote products and services using proven digital strategies. Underline that, proven digital strategies. I've just said the hardest part in any business is you are just swimming in some murky waters and you don't know exactly what is working, what is not working. You cannot afford to run your business on a trial and error method. Here are strategies that have been tried and proven consistently to yield good results. And then you get to learn how to generate recurring income. Me, I love that part. Recurring income. Whether I'm doing it on a part-time or full-time basis, but I know even if I spend what I have today, more money is coming. How can I generate some recurring income? And then you'll also get to learn how to attract daily paid customers. Remember, as you scale your business, you take it to a level that it actually becomes a premium product. So you stop now having customers, or you push your business beyond where customers are just buying to a level where they subscribe. They subscribe. And therefore, you can, every day you're getting people joining your business. These are daily paid customers. And therefore, your pockets will never run dry. You'll also learn how to create and scale your digital products business. Whether it's a single product, multiple products, let alone, the creation is the planning part of it. But then the scalability is where you make your money. How do I start? How do I grow? That is exactly what this part is all about. Now, I want us to understand how our program works. And our program works on autopilot. You've heard me right. That program works on autopilot. Now, how does it go? The first thing that you need to do is to create sensitization. Yes, start by creating content, be it on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, etc. So you go to the social media platform and you generate traffic, or you get views. You get people visiting your social media platform. Then you will now direct your social your followers or your prospects. That's the right time to use. You will now direct your prospects to your website. Now, that website contains what we call a landing page. Simple is the first location where your prospects will come into contact with your website. And your website has what is called a domain. A domain is an identity for your website. The way we know www.google.com. Google.com is a domain. Google.com is a domain. The government uses eCitizen for each business. eCitizen is a domain. And I would say pick a domain name that is relatable. You may ask, where does this domain name come from? No, much like when our parents gave birth to us, they decided the name they would give to you or me. For those of us who are families, much like when you got children, you decided on this is going to be Joyce, this is going to be Patrick, etc. That is what we call a domain name. So that domain name is the identity for your website. And then you are taken to what we call a thank you page. That is where you can create, like for this is actually my thank you page, my landing page. There's a small page that video that I have put there to introduce what this course is all about. And then down there is Michelle, because you can't just move from the landing page. You have met me, then I'm taking you straight to someone else that you don't know. That is the essence of the thank you page. And then from there, you go to the sales page. And that is where people will actually go and make their purchases. Now, let me tell you something that is magical. If you look at the landing page, there are two arrows there and then some image down there, something called the mailing list. When you provide your email, your details go into what we call an emailing list. Why did I say that this program works on autopilot? There's nothing as powerful as this. That this program is the one that is going to be doing the marketing for you, to be doing the follow-up for you. Remember, when a prospect, if somebody passes by your shop and asks you, how much does this cost? and you can see the person is interested, and they walk out of your shop. That's it. That's it. Unless they come back some other day, whether they choose to buy or they'll buy from elsewhere, we don't know, but we have lost it. Here is a system that makes a follow-up. Every single day, there's a communication that is going out to a prospect. And then guess what? Should this person at some point decide, I want to commit to join this program, sorry, I want to commit to buy, it also handles the payment process. Yeah. So you just wake up in the morning, or you are seated, just much like for those in Kenya, much like how you receive an M-Pesa notification. You receive a notification that somebody has just made a payment. Nothing as sweet as that. So this system does the heavy lifting for you. Allow me to talk a little bit about the sources for your traffic. And when you're talking about traffic, the visits to your account, the people that get to see your content. Yeah, if you're using TikTok as your platform, the people who get to see your video or your post. So normally, yes, we would be, or rather, we would be able to have so many visitors, depending on the platform and the number of platforms that you are using. So the first thing that you do is to create awareness. Your content has to capture the eye of the visitor, and that creates some kind of curiosity, yeah, some kind of interest. That is what you are calling awareness. So you have to make sure that you provide the kind of information that that visitor would be seeking for, would be interested in, but in a non-advertising way, in a non-pitching way, in a non-selling way. Think of yourself walking along the street. You meet someone, and at the point in time when you are passing each other, this person shouts hi and just keeps walking. How are we likely to behave? We'll stop and look back. This person got our attention. So that is what you want to do at this level, or what happens at that level. Part of those people will go a step further, and now seek to know much more content. Now what you are calling consideration. They take more interest into your content, more interest into your product. And of course, those will be fewer, not the many, not the 1,000, not the many that you got at the awareness stage. And then there are those who will now decide, reach the point of making a decision and say, oh yes, I think this is okay, I'm going to commit. And you can see at the very bottom, they buy your product. They buy your product and you earn money. So this is we call this a funnel. This is the journey that you take your prospects. Create content that they can resonate with. That is awareness. Maybe some of them will comment, they will ask questions, they will forward your video, they'll take some action that shows you that they're interested. Nurture those interests. You'll bring them to a point of consideration. And at some point, someone will say, I feel I am convinced. They make a decision, they commit, they buy, and you earn your money. So when you join this program, what business tools do you get? What business tools do you get? Some of them I've already mentioned, but a quick recap will help. Number one is you get a done-for-you website. Yes, you get a done-for-you website. I know most of us may not be tech savvy, but Michelle provides a complete template website, which only needs to be set up, and that's it. Then you get an automated sales gateway. When we have just looked at the funnel, When someone commits to buy, this system holds, not holds, but manages the entire transaction cycle. So for you, it's just to get a notification that actually money has come to your account, or as you may have directed that money to be sent. You automated 30-day emails. And this is where I talked of being able to nurture your prospect, make follow-ups, do the reminders, do the marketing. All this happens on autopilot. Yes, you never need to prompt the system to send reminders. You never need to jumpstart the system to send emails. No, automated 30-day emails. Then you get step-by-step training videos. And I think I'd significantly talked about that. Yes, step by step. There is a main topic or a main subject, and then subtopics, all the way down to the end. And then the digital community support. Now, how is your journey going to be? What is going to be your roadmap? How is your journey going to be? Number one is to join the program. I usually say you cannot and you will not swim by by being next to the pool. You have to be in the pool. Even if you are going to be on the shallow end, but you are inside the pool. So step number one is to enroll to access the marketing resources. It doesn't matter how much we would spend training you, talking about the program, showing you our results, but you are not in it. You don't get to benefit. So you have to be in the pool for you now to begin swimming. Number two, you learn with video training. So number one is to enroll. Then how you go through structured step-by-step video training. Then now you start creating engaging content. And I like that word, engaging. Content that resonates with your target audience. Content that relates to your target audience. Then you get now to engage with that audience and share value. People don't just buy into hype. They buy into value. I need to know what I am paying, what I am spending. Is it worth the value that I get in return? And it is our responsibility through our engaging content to show, to nurture this audience to see that value, to appreciate that value. You know what, friends? The kind of marketing that we are talking about here is called attraction marketing, where you don't chase your customer. All that you need to do is to engage and guide that customer, because their customers will come, they know exactly what they want and they will easily commit, but you have to show them the value. There are others that they have an idea, they are not very sure. Those are the people that we engage. Remember, we never went out to seek for these people. They came to us. So once now they come to us through our engaging content, we nurture that particular customer. And you can see step number 5, guide prospect to make a sale, period. And on the board, your money is there. So this is not a long winding story, merry-go-round, this and that. No, just those 5 basic steps. Join the program, get the training and mentorship. You create content that resonates with your audience. You engage with that audience and you guide them to make a sale, period. That is now no longer a prospect, is a customer who you have onboarded. Good. Now, let us talk about the programs. Let's talk about the programs, and I'll be able to share some screenshots in the digital growth community. There are 4 packages or 4 levels, as we may want to call it. At the very bottom is what we call the launchpad. And the launchpad, you can see on top of that image, is a single dollar sign. The launchpad gives you a single income stream. The launchpad gives you a single income stream. What does it mean? First of all, the launchpad has a total of 72 videos, learning videos, 72 learning videos. And we said learn and earn. The low hanging fruit in this context is that when you buy the program, you actually own it. But Michelle was kind enough to give us what we call master resale rights. Having a master resale rights, it means that you can resell that product at the price that you bought it, and you keep 100% of the profit. That is what it means. The only thing that you cannot do in the program is you cannot change it. You cannot modify it. The master resale rights does not give us that. But you have a program that you buy on it, and mind you, when it comes to updates, that is not your responsibility. Michelle and company, they take care of that. And you don't get those updates at any extra price. No, they are available to you. Remember, it is an online course. Then the next level is called the daily pay blueprint. Now, if you look at the bottom layer, it resembles the launchpad. So all that is contained in the launchpad is also contained in the daily pay. Is also contained in the daily pay. And then at the top, you can see $2 signs. What does it mean? That here you can resell. You can resell 2 programs, the daily pay and the launchpad. That gives you 2 income streams. And of course, that accelerates your journey to growth. Then we go one notch higher, the digital mastery program. You can see at the very top, there are $3 signs. There are $3 signs. Meaning, with the digital mastery, you'll be able to sell the digital mastery program, the daily pay program, and the launchpad program. That gives you 3 income streams. Again, that catapults your growth pattern even a lot much faster. And then at the very top is the legacy builder. You can see $4 signs at the top. And as at the last time I checked, the program had, I think, 228 learning videos. 228. The daily pay was at 120, 129. The digital mastery 180 something. So the higher you scale, the better for you, because you're able to attract customers from multiple fronts. There is also much more valuable content that you're learning, and also being able to apply those principles. Good. This is how our digital growth community program looks like. I just took some screenshots in the interest of time and also to help us for purpose of clarity. So when you join, you are presented, oh, these are how you normally log into. So you provide a username and password, and you go into the program, and this is how it looks like. You can see at the top, view all my products. You can see, welcome to the digital growth products dashboard. It is very simple. So when you go and view the products, look at this. Now, all the products are here. The launchpad, the passive daily pay, the digital mastery, and the Legacy Builders program. And then you can see there's a button to view into each of the programs. Let me start with the Launchpad. You can see 0 of 72 lessons. Yes. So the Launchpad has 72 lessons. And as I said, content by content, video by video, very well structured. You can see to the left the modules. Click here to get started. The launch, bit by bit. Now, still while in the Launchpad, you see, how do we launch the Launchpad program? We must also be able to understand the rules, what we call the community guidelines agreement. What do you expect? What is income, passive income? Now, there are some two very hot areas of interest here. The winning mindset. When you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like posting your content, when you wake up and you feel you are discouraged because things are not going your way, how do you level up your head? How do you keep your head high? That is what the winning mindset teaches you. That is, and basically how to remain consistent. We have been talking of working 2 hours a day. What goes into your 2 hours a work day? For example, you could spend your first half an hour creating and posting content. You take the other half an hour responding to comments and inquiries, because people cannot be asking you questions, cannot be generating comments, and you're just quiet. You are killing the business. And then you can take the other 1 hour and go live. If you want to even catapult your business even a lot much further or faster, you can even put in 3-4 hours as you may so wish. It shows you how you can be able, a minimum of 2 hours. And that is good enough even to be able to put your business on course. Here is a screenshot of Michelle in action. So this is how the interface looks like, and these are how you get your coaching through a video. The daily pay blueprint. Now, I not go to much details, but you can see the layout, much like, yes, 108 lessons. The daily pay blueprint has 108 lessons. Start creating your empire. Now, look here. We even not talking of business. We are talking of an empire. Marketing and social media. Yes. How do you choose the right platform? If it's TikTok, how do you market on TikTok? If you choose to go on to maybe Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, how do you market? How do you establish yourself to become an authority in that particular area? And you can see 129 videos in the digital mastery. Then we get to the very top, the legacy builders, 228. How do you share your story? And here, how do you create relatable content? How to get your perfect customer to engage with you? Yes, you cannot and you can never run after everyone that you want to convert everyone into your customer. You'll run dry even before you find your first suitable customer. So how do you create content that your right customer engages with, connects with, and then connecting emotionally? The reality is this. If there is no, and whenever there is no emotional connection, we never commit. How do you create content that appeals to my way of thinking, appeals to my emotions, that connects and appeals, and I feel this is meant for me, this is speaking to my heart? This is what this program is showing us. And then storytelling in your content. Stories are very, very powerful. Why? Because they help us relate. They help us connect. They help us to even unconsciously plug into something. Yes, discover how to find and attract your ideal customer. There is a whole of content there. Email marketing. So when we are talking of being able to automate your business, this is exactly the logic behind it. ChatGPT AI. And as I said, AI is here to stay. All that we need to do is we need to tap into it, and we evolve as it does evolve. Now, let's talk about your investment. Let's talk about your investment. And I'll be very straight and brief on this. We identify the packages, the Launchpad, the Daily Pay, the Digital Mastery, and the Legacy Builder. So for the Launchpad program, it goes for $100. For $100. The Daily Pay, $300. The Digital Mastery, $600. And the Legacy Builder, $900. Remember, we said the Launchpad gives us only one income stream. Then the next level, sorry, the Daily Pay gives us two income streams, meaning that you can resell the $300 and the $100 worth of product. The Digital Mastery, three income streams, and it's the one going for $600. That gives us three income streams for the Digital Mastery, the Daily Pay, and the Launchpad. And then at the very highest, you can see even the background color is gold, is the Legacy Builder program, $900. That gives us four income streams. You can resell the Legacy, the Digital Mastery, the Daily Pay, and the Launchpad. Then there is an admin fee, for which also you get the Done For You website, which goes for a standard $39, regardless of the program that you pick. Then there is the domain. Remember, I said the domain is the identity for your website, and you normally buy the domain. Like mine is www.scalewithcyprian.com. For some, www.samgishare.com. That is what you are calling the identity for your website. And I said, pick a name that is relatable, maybe with one of your names or two of your names included. It is also a way of branding online. And then $40 for setting up your website. So we have the respective totals there. So the Launchpad, $221, the Daily Pay, $421, the Digital Mastery, $721, and our Legacy Builder at $1021. Remember, this is a one-off investment. Don't see this as a cost. It is an investment. It is a one-off. Now, if you look at the Launchpad, for example, and you decide, okay, fine, I'm putting my 221 on the line. So every time you resell, you keep your $100. So what does it mean? After your first what? After your first three sales, because with two sales you have kept $200, only $21 is remaining. So but as you go into your third sale, part of that recovers your 221. The rest moving forward is pure profit. When you get the Daily Pay, you can see you can sell the Daily Pay and the Launchpad, whichever customer that you get. Digital Mastery is $600. You resell any of those three. The Legacy Builder, you sell all of them. Now, the Launchpad gives us value. Remember, we said 72 videos, and it lays the foundation for the proper mindset. Shows how to create content. Shows how you can be able to generate. There's a lot of value that comes into the Launchpad. And even if you went straight to buy the Legacy Builder, the initial videos that you watch is actually what is contained in the Launchpad. So I'll call it a value pack. The Daily Pay, it's a hot deal. Very many people go into this. They want to start at a footing where they can be able to scale much faster. But the Digital Mastery is like a supercharger. It's like a supercharger. Now, let me look at this picture. I may not have the $900 to start up front, but I can buy the Daily Pay or the Digital Mastery. So if I get the digital mastery, for example, I only need 2 cells. 2 cells. And I can buy the legacy builder. Put it differently. I only need to sell the digital mastery and the daily pay, and I have my $900. But of course, the legacy builder is the best because it gives us everything. It is the best. And even if you may not have the resources to start at that point, aim at getting to the legacy builder. Let me tell you, we've heard of the phrase, quitters never win and winners never quit. Get to the top first. Get to the top first. We're talking of creating digital assets. We are talking of creating digital wealth. There's no magic about it. Follow what the system provides. Follow those videos word for word. And I tell you, the results will almost be guaranteed. So don't stop at any of this level until you get to the peak. Now, how do you grow your business? I just chose to summarize this. You can see the launch pad, you learn and you resell for $100. The daily pay blueprint, you learn and you resell the launch pad and the daily pay. So you keep your 100 or 300 depending on what you've sold. The digital mastery, you learn. Again, you can see the first word is learn. And then you resell the 100, the 300, or the 600. And then the top of the cream, you learn and you resell 100, 300, 600, or the $900. It is just as simple as that. And as you scale, so do you grow. So do you get to build your income. And so do you get to build your digital assets. How do you recover your investment? We have a simple worked example or illustration. Suppose you get 1,000 views, all clicks. Out of the 1,000 views, 100 express interest. We call them leads. 100 express interest. And out of the 100, only 7 decide to buy in a given month as an absolute beginner. So let's now apportion the 7. You only go to one customer for $900. That is for the legacy builder. You only have one customer for the digital mastery. But you are lucky to have had 2 customers for the daily pay blueprint, and perhaps 3 for your launch pad. That is your $2,400 for that particular month. Even if you had gone straight for the 900, if you do the math, this is more than 200% return on your investment. And the journey does not end there. You keep reselling and selling and selling and learning. Remember, I said learn and earn, learn and earn, learn more, continue earning more, and the growth continues. Now, sorry, the title there should have not been that, but it's okay. But look at this. What could be the concerns? What are the issues that you feel perhaps you are struggling with? Yes, what are your concerns? And I have the concerns on the left in red. I have no tech skills. Yeah, other than just being on TikTok and browsing this and that. No, I told you that our program is beginner friendly. It assumes that even what you know, you don't know. And then it builds you from the bottom up. Can I work part-time because I'm working from 8 to 5? Yes. If you commit 1 to 2 hours a day, and this is, very simple. You may decide, I'll wake up, I get to work early, maybe just an hour or 2 hours before when my work starts, and I do my digital content. Or I'll go full throttle until the end of my work day, and I can spend an hour or two in the office and I do my content and I come home. And you've done it if you're working. I've failed previously. I have tried similar products previously and it has failed. No, our content is organized in step-by-step video lessons that you can watch and rewatch and repeat until the concept gets home. Who is going to give me support when I'm in trouble? There's an entire community that is there to support you, that is there to guide you. And therefore, you get to address some of those concerns. Now, let me tell you this. Beginners today have a very huge advantage. There's something that Sam mentioned when he was introducing. He said he began when AI was not there. Now we have AI. So every day, new tools are evolving. Tools are becoming simpler. They are becoming easily accessible. So people never fail because digital marketing is hard. No. But I'll tell you why. It's because they hesitate to take action. If there's anything that I hate, is to narrate other people's success stories when I have the opportunity or when I have had the opportunity and I'm only sitting on the fence. Let me narrate of someone's success when I know I am on the way towards achieving that success, but not when I'm doing nothing. Remember when I talked about people, the people for whom this program is not meant for. Here are the 4 biggest barriers. Fear of wasting time. You are already wasting time by not making that decision to join. But I feel I'll waste time when I join into that. Let me tell you, I would rather try. And by the time that I say, okay, this is not meant for me, I know I have tried and genuinely it is not meant for me. The fear of being judged. And I'll tell you, this is a real and a big problem. What will others think of me when they see me online? Even me, I had that problem. So what did I start by doing? I started by blocking those that I felt would be judgmental. My peers, I blocked all of them. But let me tell you, you can never block everyone. Somehow, somewhat, today I have nothing to fear. I talk about it anywhere, anytime, when I have the opportunity. Because the thing is this, when you have been faced with those heavy bills, they are not there. When you have projects that have failed, they are not there. Yeah, when you have your struggles to deal with, they are not there. So don't fear being judged. And take it from me, whether you take action or you don't take action, you'll always be judged. So choose to focus on yourself and forge forward. The fear of failure. Failure is part of success. If a strategy does not work, it does not mean that the concept is not right. You only need to change your strategy. If others have succeeded in that space, are you the cursed one? What makes them different? What makes them to appear to have had that silver spoon? No. So do not fear failure. And then the fear of being scammed. Now, I talked about the community guidelines. The reality is there are scammers. But one such way to protect yourself from scammers is to make disclaimer. For example, if somebody calls you and I tell you that I am so and so, then simple. Don't just take my word at face value. Ask for a video call. Ask for a video call. And if I cannot be able to guarantee you a clear video call, not a blurred one, a clear video call, and you are certain whether that is the face that you see on the video post, maybe on TikTok or whichever platform, then don't commit into it. So be bold and ask those hard questions. Seek that kind of verification. Each of us has a means by which they will tell you, make the payment. For example, like on the payment gateway, that is where each of us have their payment, the modes of payment stipulated. So even now, if I come and give you a number and tell you now send this money on M-Pesa or by, if I provide a means of payment that I have not stipulated on my gateway, that is a potential scammer. So you just need to be vigilant. And that notwithstanding, the avenues for scamming are all over. All over. Even forget about the online space. It's all about our level of awareness. How alert are we? Now, it's good that let me just laugh at this. Yes, this is how I begin my slides. This is how my slides look like initially before I make them look like this. So I was just adding something new, but I said, okay, fine, I'll polish up on this. But yes, I've already talked about this. So why must you start now? Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for next month. There isn't any time when you'll say, I am ready. You are ready when you are available. Every day you delay, remember someone else is starting. As you wait, an opportunity is shrinking because many more are joining that space. Every day you postpone, your goal is pushed further away because before long, perhaps, you could even lose your interest. So there's only one thing that is standing between you and the opportunity that you're talking about. And it's your decisiveness. Is your chance to make the decision. So do not overthink, don't doubt. Don't be sitting on the fence watching others succeed. Let today be the day that you are breaking that cycle. And say, come what may, let me get started. I learn the ropes as I am in the game. Because as I said for sure, you can never learn from this course. You can never partake of this course unless you join. And for those who have joined, they are showing results. And the results may, even your earliest result may not even be a sale that you have made. No. But creating content that is going to the right audience. Creating content that people are engaging with. Seeing your channel grow is a measure of success. Being confident and standing in front of the camera and you create relatable content that people can consume, that is part of success. And then eventually being able to start closing the sales. And I tell you what, once you start closing the sales, the journey never stops. The journey never stops. Friends, I'll come back to you and say, I've listened. I want to take questions. Oh, there was some comment here. Cyprian, a request for you. Okay, fine. I'll make that available. So let's first start by asking ourselves questions or questions from my presentation. Questions from my presentation. Yes, I want your reactions. Hey, has some disappeared? Okay, someone was asking for my number. Okay, I'll put it up there. Okay, Oh, yeah. Sam is here, but Sam, before you take over, please. Yes, how do we pay? I want Sam to respond to that. Yes, but okay. The payment. Let me see whether. So let me ask the question. Let me just come back here. Someone is asking, Modoni Muturi, you are the one who is asking the question. Okay, so once you get to join the program, the first point that you interact with is where you provide your email. Then the second part, I think I'm still sharing the screen. Allow me to take you back to this. But some you can also be able to add some weight to that. I took you through this. Yeah. So you get traffic, you get to the landing page, you get to the thank you page, then you go to the sales page. You go to the sales page. That is where now you find instructions on how to pay. That is where you find instructions on how to pay. Modoni, I trust I've answered that question. Yes, Sam. Yes, that. Yes, thank you, Sam. Yeah, thank you, Sam, for taking up that. Okay. Someone says you are unable to unmute. Oh, now do I have those rights? Okay. Sam, I want you to take control so that you can allow members to unmute and ask questions.
Definitely. So I'm going to unmute. I was it Irene? Let me see if I can find you, my friend Irene. Check. I tried to unmute you. Go ahead, share your question. But before you come on board and you unmute and everything, Muthoni Moturi. Check. I've sent you a message. Share your email address and your phone number, and I or Cyprian will be able to share with you the phone. I mean the details and the information you need for you to get started, and that is good. Cyprian, congratulations, my man. That was absolutely awesome. You nailed it. You literally took it step by step. Guys, what do you think about that?
Sorry. Sam, there's a question from Modoni. How long does it take to get return on my investment?
Okay. Can you hear me correctly? Is my voice okay?
Absolutely.
Very well. So I was giving a shout out to Cyprian. Thank you, my man. That was awesome. It was world-class training. Okay. I promise you that was totally nice. So, I mean, I don't know how do I say it. It was well done. All right. If well done can be explained, but it was well done. I'm literally a few minutes to my home. But I'm able to still conduct the training. I want to answer a question. People are saying you are a natural teacher. His explanation is grade 3, just like Sam says. Yes.
Thank you, much appreciated.
So that was absolutely awesome. Right. Very well. So I saw a question like, how long does it take for one to see a return on investment, right? Like, how long does it take for one to see a return on investment? So the best thing I like about this business is this. When you make the first sale that is equivalent to the package you joined, and normally that is the case. If you join the package of 100, your first sale is more likely to be $100. I mean, if you take a package of 900, your first sale is likely to be the package that you started with. That means you get a return on investment with just the first sale. Now, how long does that take? Perfect question. And I want to say it takes different times for different people. How long it takes to get the first sale is the time it will take for you to see a return on investment. In other words, you will be able to recover. Let me call that recover your investment. The return on investment may be, no, it is 100% return, literally 100% return over and over. So you are keeping 100% profit. Apart from the first sale that you literally recoup what you paid to join the program, everything else is literally a recovery on your investment. I have seen students getting their first sale in literally the first day, right? I have a student in Eldoret. Can you imagine? She got her first sale the same day she joined. Like, she invested in the legacy program $900 at 9 a.m. And by 7 p.m., she had made a sale of $900. So what better joy could we ask for? I personally took 11 days. My other students have taken 3 weeks. Others have taken 2 weeks. Others have taken a month. The point is this. It is not a fixed time. I normally say it's not like a salary, All right. It's not like a salary that you get every 30 days, right? You can be able to get the fast sale at any given point, at any given day, and you're able to recover the salary that you paid. You're able to recover the capital that you put in with the fast sale. One guarantee I'll give you: this digital product will never ever run out of supply. Call this a lifetime investment, right? That you are able to keep earning over and over as many times as possible. The only one particular individual who will not see any return is the individual who never starts. And therefore, if you get this information from Cyprian, from Coach Sam, and from these amazing students all over, and you don't take action, then there'll be no return for you. But if you are the chosen one, the 1% who sees a chance and they grab it by the horns, I normally call this you grab the bull by the horns, then you, my friend, you are going to see a return way much more better than you have ever seen. You guys saw literally how we had a 5-day vacation that just ended 2 days ago. And I had all my siblings, I had my sisters, their spouses, I had my brother, his wife, and all their children, 19 of us total, for a 5-day vacation, fully funded by digital marketing. These same programs you are seeing in front of you, nothing else, just those four. It should be an answer that digital marketing works. It should be an answer that, you see, you will be able to make way more returns than even you can count. Okay, so I'm really proud that you have taken us very step by step. Guys are so much happy. Literally, you can see the comments for Cyprian. Wow,
Oh,
that's
yes,
great
yes,
stuff.
sure.
Yeah, hoping to get my first sale on day one. It happens. It definitely happens. But not everybody's journey is the same. Every person is unique in their own way. And the moment we shall appreciate that fact, that is when we shall start succeeding. So, yep, there we go. Any other question? It's well presented. I totally agree. I followed all through and I was like, wow, this is absolutely good. And I'm happy for that. So, how many of you guys are ready to get started tonight? Type ready in the comments down below. Let me see. How many of you guys are saying, you know what, Cyprian, you've changed my life. You've literally, you've changed my life completely. And I think it's my time. It is my day. Type ready in the comments and I'll send you the details. You'll get Cyprian as your mentor, Coach Sam as your mentor. We are in this together as a team. We are not going to be doing this alone on your own. We are doing this, all of us, together as one. So how many of you guys are saying, today is my day? I am taking action and a bold decision to change my life. How many of you guys are saying like that? Let me see the comments below here. How many of you guys are saying, today is my day, today is my day, today is my day? Let me see the comments below here. How many guys are saying, today is my day? Type are ready in the comments below here. And I know a number of us have already made the decision and we have already started. And Cyprian is going to become part of our mentorship team. So you are going to be finding him a lot inside our mentorship group. But how many of you guys are saying, yes, I want to make this my day? All right, I want to make this my day. Muthoni Moturi, I'm sure you have the contact. So if you have my number, you can chat me on the number. Okay, if you're not comfortable to share your number online, you can go ahead and share your number with me. Or text me and I'll be able to get back to you absolutely, and everybody else who is here. Any other pending questions we have left? I want to announce that we are back on our physical classes. All right, we are back on our physical classes. If learning physically is the one that will work for you, welcome. We are confident with this online business. It has changed people's lives completely, and I am confident it will change yours. So I am inviting you for the physical class so that you can come and you can learn everything about digital marketing, everything about how to change your life. Is that okay, guys? So any other question I've left? Wilson says, you are going to get it the first day. I wish you all the best. That's exactly what you do. All right, pull the strings, make this happen, change your life in the process. Yes, Kashi, go ahead, ask a question, unmute yourself and shoot it. Shoot the question.
There's some confusion I got from the school thing.
All right.
What do you call it? The place where you have your programs.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what it's called. Classroom? Yeah, it's called Classroom.
Classroom. Yes.
I got a bit confused because I saw somewhere saying accelerated mentorship at early bird 69. Then I saw somewhere else inner circle and suit at 999. Then I got
Good question, my friend. Good question there.
Because
I want to
sorry,
explain
for me,
something.
mentorship is important.
For you, mentorship is important. So,
Yeah.
very well. Let me take Irene's question and then I can answer them together. Irene, welcome. Take it over. Yeah, let me answer both of them. Irene, unmute and shoot your question. Hello, good evening. All right. So, mentorship. We have two types of mentorship. We have elite mentorship and we have got inner circle coaching. So, inner circle coaching, we are now going full throttle. All right. Inner circle coaching annual plan is $9.99. It's actually $99 per month if you take monthly from now in 2026. So whatever you saw is applicable in 2026. All right. Then Elite mentorship. Okay. So in the inner circle coaching, we are doing early bird. Early bird is $69, meaning that if you join right now, it's $69 a month for mentorship. That is on top of the package you have taken, and you want me to really take my time to mentor you. There is available mentorship in the group. I want to mention that there is a program already available for mentorship in the community. There is mentorship. But if you want me or Cyprian to be on the front line, to be your mentor, to hold you accountable, and to actually get you results, then that is going to come at $69 a month. You can take as many months as possible. Or if you want to take an annual plan for the inner circle, that is for Legacy Builders program, you can take it for $9.99. I'm going to be making those statements very clear, but those ones apply for members who have already joined, not those who have not joined. So I will tell you, Keshi, you will find mentorship, but I want you to first of all join the program, because the people who will get the chance are those who are already inside. And therefore, I will explain what is inner circle, what is elite circle, where does $9.99 come from, where does 69 apply, all that information. I will really make it more clearer once you are already inside the program. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's all right. As agreed, I mean next week latest.
All right. Perfect, Keshi. Let's do this. We have okay. Irene, you had a question for Cyprian. Go for it. Oh my goodness. The question, I understand Irene is struggling to unmute, yeah? But the question is, I had a question for Cyprian on community and AI for you, Sam. So, what do you think? You can type the question in the chats and then we can respond there, or I don't know. How would you like us to help? How would you like us to do this? Go ahead, go to the comments, type your question, right? And then we can go to ask the question on community, ask the one for AI. Go ahead, shoot for the question. All right.
Maybe I can ask as she unmutes.
Yes, please.
As she unmutes, now that she's mentioned AI, I also am interested in that. When you get the AI, do you like get a basic training how to handle it, or how does it go?
Yes, actually, that is the first thing you get. Yeah, very well. Sorry for cutting you. So you are asking whether you'll get proper guidance?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking for the AI package.
Absolutely. So the answer is a big yes. Actually, the first thing you get is a training on how to work with AI. So you realize that for every particular task, a specific AI tool is used. How do I say? I want you to see AI as the tools that are used for building. All right. So in building, there is a hammer. In building, there is a crowbar. In building, there are nails. In building, there are tools that a plumber uses, the one that a masonry uses. All those are tools, and eventually they make the building to be complete. So AI is basically those tools that make work easier. Now in digital marketing, you will need to understand how to prompt an AI. So there is a training. When you say handling the AI, my understanding or what I am hearing is how to prompt, how to instruct AI to carry out a specific task. Let me tell you this. An AI will be as good as the one using it. Get that right. An AI is as good as the one who is using it. And that is why we provide you with a program, and you have the right to resell that program and keep 100%. So that is the point, okay? That is how you'll get a training and proper guidance on how to use all of them. You'll become a pro in 2-3 days. You'll be a pro. Irene on AI after doing the video is showing the Hagen watermark. So how to remove it? The Hagen watermark you removed by upgrading to the Pro version. Once you upgrade to Pro version, the Hagen watermark is gone. On Community Cyprian, you've said we have all support, but it has not been easy on my side. I've tried to join Michelle live, but not possible. So maybe Cyprian, you can maybe highlight on the part. Irene has been struggling to join Michelle's live training. I don't know whether you want to go fast. You know what? Go fast, and then I can add something on that.
It's okay. Let me say the easiest, depending on the package that you are on. Okay, I don't know whether is Irene, has Irene already joined the program? Irene, confirm whether you've already joined the program or not. But okay, yes. Okay, yes, you cannot be able to join when you are on Launchpad, because I think that is reserved for the legacy builder, But a very easy way for you to be able to benefit from our live. Follow Michelle on our follow Michelle on TikTok. Follow Michelle on TikTok, and she gives valuable information on TikTok. Otherwise, for the one on community is actually meant for the team that is at the legacy builders level. Sam?
All right. So I wanted to say that let me share my screen also so that you can see something here. Yeah. This is what you do. First of all, make sure you have the School app on your phone, because all trainings are done on School and Zoom. So those two are very important. Yeah. There we go. I come here and I go to Digital Growth Community. Digital Growth Community is the community for paid members. So if you're not a member of this community, it means you have not. When you join, you'll become a member. And let's say you want to see day 81 of our Confidence to Cash Sprint. That is a 90-day challenge, 9 days to go. Oh my goodness. And another 90 days is going to start. There have been so many this year. And you see, there's always a recording. This one was done, and this is literally a replay. And she was literally showing you how do you gain so much confidence to gather as much cash as possible in digital marketing. It's like a 4-minute video, but it literally builds your momentum, keeps you going, ensures that you don't stop. It brings you income on autopilot. It brings you a lot of clarity in digital marketing. Let's say there is a live training. So we go back to the community. We go to the calendar. And when you go to this calendar, you come here and you find, for example, there is at 4 a.m., literally tonight at 4 a.m., there is going to be a free webinar. If you can wake up at 4 a.m., you can watch it, or you can watch the recording. 9 p.m., there is a system welcoming new customers. It's like onboarding, yeah? This one is new, by the way. And you see, this training is on Zoom. And therefore, if you have School and you have Zoom app, you're able to attend the training. So maybe you can tell us exactly the main challenge that you have been facing in coming up with, in actually being able to join the trainings. Be in the calendar, come to the calendar area, go to the School, make sure you are a member of the School community. That would be my take on it. I don't know whether I have answered your question.
Sam?
Yes.
That sounds good. Would you allow me to answer a question from Grace?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Now, Grace, I've just popped up my TikTok account. Just allow me to share the screen. I just want to show you something. Okay, what she says is on content, I've done several videos, faceless and showing face. So many likes, but no comment. How do I get leads with this trend? Okay, there's something called CTA, call to action. Because when you create content and you don't tell people or you don't guide people on what to do, then they will just like and pass. They will just like and pass. Perhaps some I would appreciate in one of our upcoming sessions, we do something on content creation. I told you today, actually, when I was preparing for this, I thought I was coming to meet a team that is already full into the program. So I'd created something on that. But for the purpose of Grace, I want to show you. I just want to pop up my account, and then there's something that Sam is very much aware of here. Now, the TikTok algorithm is very interesting. I trust you can see. Now, there's one video here. There's one video here. I just came home one day very tired, and I just had an idea that I needed to ventilate. So I just got out the phone. I did a video in the car, and then that evening I posted and forgot about it. See where it is today. 95.2 thousand. But now this is what I did. So oh. Okay, I need to refresh again. Now what is this? We're having trouble playing this video. Please refresh and come on.
And especially when you are navigating through delicate circumstances. A story with a moral. During my career as a teacher,
it's just 1 minute. Okay, whatever. I don't know why TikTok is raising that, but create content that is relatable, and I think I use that in my description. Create that content that you will prompt the user to do something. You may directly prompt the user, or you may create a story that the user, not the user, but the visitor relates with. So, like in this case, I said I'm a teacher, and during one of my early days in the career, there was a parent who came to see a student, and the student was not was not serious with his studies. And then, unfortunately, and this is a very true story, a few months down the line, the parent passed on. So what I was asking myself is, where is this young man now? Where is this young man now? And the moral of the story was, that parent was willing to hold the hand of his son as much as the son was notorious. And I said, today I want to hold the hand of someone who wants to join digital marketing. So if you're interested, go to the comment section and comment this. You see, that is now what I'm calling CTA, call to action. All what I have to make sure is every single morning I wake up, I go to my account, I see all the comments, and I respond to every single comment. Some challenged me with this particular video because I could get like 100 comments in a day, and at some point it was overwhelming. But I think that was the litmus test. So, Grace, that is the way to go about it. Towards the end, you have to prompt the viewer to do something. Thank you. Sam?
Very well. So I think you have been able to answer a lot of questions. There's one for all right. I don't know whether you are able to answer the question of Irene. I think you just did. She has been doing faceless, lot of likes, no comments, no leads. She's just wondering how to do it. What advice could you give Irene?
Oh, sorry. It's Irene, not Grace. It's okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, you're talking to me.
No, it's okay. It's like Irene is just worried, like she's posting a lot of videos out there, a lot of likes,
yes.
not really traction, and she's like, how do I do this? So most likely we look at that through, what do we call this? We call this what do we call it, marking. Like we just check exactly what is the root issue of that particular account. You know what I'm saying? That
Yes.
would help you a lot, Irene, and that way we can check: is it the hooks that are not hitting well? Is it the message that is not landing well? Is there no good call to action that makes people to actually go ahead and comment? So it's not like you are doing everything wrong. Get me right, okay? It's not like you're doing everything else wrong, but particularly there you realize that there's just something missing. You know, like that little bolt that makes the engine not to turn on. That is what would be my point. So what solution can we provide there? We check on we call it content marking. Okay, we mark your work. It's like we check the 5 best performing, 5 worst performing, and from there we have got a proper consultation, and we are able to provide proper consultation on that call. So that goes to Irene and anybody else who might be struggling. We also have those consultation, and they help you a lot to identify the root issue of. It's not. I normally tell you, you're not doing everything wrong. You get it? It's not like you're doing everything wrong. No, most likely it is something little that is not there. That clip is powerful. I just watched. Wonderful. TCA is captivating. Oh, CTA. You mean CTA is captivating? Yeah, that is for Cyprian. These are wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. All right. Anything else you want us to touch on it? I think we are good to go. We are literally 2 hours straight. No heads turned. Can you imagine? So I'm super excited for this. All right. So we call it a day.
Thank you and good night.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Perfect, guys. Yep. Let's call it a day. Thank you so much, guys, for coming for the webinar. Super excited. Go and let's make this happen. Go. Don't let this information go like that. Go. Let's put it into action. So bye for now. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you on the inside once we make the decision. Bye-bye for now.